4 plays already for Miami and 3 first downs. Beck taking a shot.
Fast floats one for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown!
3 on 3rd down tonight. Manny, quick time.
Hello, I'm back for a little fun. This is the End of the Bench Media. I am H-Rap-B, and this is a program called The Supreme Court. The End of the Bench presents the Supreme Court. The premise of the Supreme Court is we live in a debate culture. We used to talk about sports. We'd be in the barbershop talking about sports. We used to talk about sports at cookouts. And it was knowledgeable people doing the entire landscape of sports, entertainment, all forms of entertainment, sports, music, rap, singing, actors, movies. And now we've gotten to this thing called the top 5. Who's your top 5? Well, we're no longer doing that. No more top 5. What we're going to do, because entertainment is an ever-changing thing. You cannot compare a Charlie Chaplin movie to a Star Wars movie or Star Wars series on Disney Plus. It's 2 totally different worlds. So what I've done is created a concept called the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court in the United States of America is the end-all be-all of debates. You have an argument, you take somebody to court, you elevate it, and the final decision is made by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court are 9 people who end the argument. Each era has those 9 people, or 9 movies, or 9 comedians, or 9 rappers, or 9 singers, or 9 dancers, or whatever we're going to debate about. Right now, I'm at episode 5 for the best quarterbacks. I've started at the merger and moved forward. This is the 5th episode. This is the first episode in which this is the second episode in which we will remove people. But this time, the list by and large stays intact. We're going to replace these people with other people. And this is where people getting their flowers come into play. The Supreme Court is about giving people their flowers, like the great Michael Vick and others that you'll see on the screen. These people were the trendsetters and the reason we embrace this quarterback position so much, whether they're the Tom Brady's or the Terry Bradshaw's or the other guys. This is the first time I'm only going to remove 2 people from the list. Just because you're no longer on the list, you could have aged out of the list. You could retire and no longer be on the list. We will show you who we left off, who were removed, and because they either aged out or their career went into a different direction, whether it be injury or other people just elevated. They're still Supreme Court justices. They're still trendsetters. They still receive the respect. But in regards to this 5th creation or this 5th edition of the Supreme Court, they're no longer on it. So let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started quickly, because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. The first person in this new Supreme Court who will no longer be on the court, but he will still get his props, is because his career went into another direction. He aged out of it, and due to what I consider poor coaching, and you'll be able to see his name around a crawl, and you'll see his picture momentarily. The great Steve McNair. Steve McNair is one of the most original quarterbacks we've ever seen. He wasn't fast like Randall Cunningham and Michael Vick, and he wasn't elusive like a Donovan McNabb, but he had all of those characteristics. He could be a pocket passer when he won 1 league MVP. He could be a bulldozer where he'd knocking linebackers and DBs out of his way. This dude did whatever it took to get it done. Steve McNair, you will always receive respect of the End of the Bench Media, and you will always be a Supreme Court justice. But on this 5th edition, you're not that. Now, the next guy is Kurt Warner. You talk about a story crawling from nowhere, coming from ashy to classy. Kurt Warner did that. Kurt Warner went from working as a shopping store clerk, bagging groceries, to league MVP. But as I stated, just because you're no longer on the court, that does not mean you don't get the respect of being on the court. Kurt Warner took the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for a member of the Supreme Court, he would have had 2 Super Bowls instead of him having 2 Super Bowls. This dude did it, whatever it took to get it done. Accurate passer, getting hit in his face, getting beat up, getting torn cat raggedy. and he still stood tall, and that's how he made the court. But he and Steve McNair will be replaced. And what we would do is continue to give them their props, continue to give them their respect, and always give them the respect of a Supreme Court justice. So Kurt Warner, Steve McNair. Now, back to this edition of the Supreme Court. They will be replaced. A lot of people going to have a lot to argue about with this. But remember, the Supreme Court doesn't mean that no matter what you do, you're always, you are the number one guy in the world. This is for a period of time. You were at the top of your game and everybody respected you. And people need to stop making championships and accolades. We're talking about impact on the game, impact on your team, impact on the team's culture, and your ability to stand up to insurmountable odds. Now, this guy is one of the best quarterbacks of this team's history. This guy won league MVP, and he participated in the Super Bowl. He had an 8 to 10 year run in which he was one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. And for this period of time, Matt Ryan was a Supreme Court quarterback. This dude, he had the wheels when he needed. He had the accuracy. He took the Falcons. So he's one of the few quarterbacks. He's one of 2 quarterbacks to take the Falcons to the Super Bowl. As I stated, lead MVP. He had the numbers. He went from nowhere to somewhere. This dude, at a period of time, was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He, along with the other quarterbacks that are on the Supreme Court, the Ben Roethlisberger, the Michael Vicks, the Donovan McNabbs, the Tom Brady's, the Drew Brees, the Peyton Mannings, he is in that class during this period. Again, if you have any disagreements, all I need you to do is put in a comment, like, share, tell a friend to subscribe, and be a part of the conversation. The last guy that we're adding today is another guy. He had multiple league MVPs, Super Bowl appearances, one of the most accurate throwers in NFL history. He was doing things that other people couldn't do. His name is Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people don't like his personality. I'm not trying to have a child with him. I'm not trying to marry him. I was just enjoying his ability to throw the football accurately, throw the football on the move, run when he had to, win big games in certain instances. This dude set records of few interceptions and most touchdowns. Again, one of the most accurate quarterbacks we've ever seen. He played for the Jets and did solid because he was at the end of his career. He's currently doing a wonderful job with the Pittsburgh Steelers, looking like the old Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? When he was in his heyday in Green Bay, it was undoubtable that this guy was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So what we will do and what we continue to do is celebrate quarterbacks for this period. We're going to do running backs, wide receivers, linebackers. We're going to do rappers. We're going to do comedians. We're going to do all of those things. I just need you to engage, hit like, hit subscribe, tell a friend, to tap in to the Supreme Court. I am HRAP-B. That's the end of the show. I told you, we ain't here for a long time. We're here for a good time. This is the End of the Bench Media. I am HRAP-B. This is the 5th edition of the Supreme Court. Comment, like, share, tell a friend, engage. Tell me what I'm missing. Tell me who I should have had. I know it's going to be a bunch of people saying, well, you should have had, you could have had. Then why didn't you have? Put those things in the comments. Don't call me and tell me this. Don't send me a message in the inbox in my inbox on social media. Send it to YouTube. Subscribe. Be a part of it. Do it on Facebook. Thank you for tapping in. This is your man HRAP-B, and I am